to announce this, sir. Are you announcing the last minute? Or should I say, you're announcing the last minute? Thanks, Michael. Well, we don't want to say no Christmas bells again, do we? That's right. Yeah.
We're just minutes away now from the start of the tournament. If you've got anything to say, I am monitoring the live chat on YouTube. So if you can hear me and you can type it in, and I can answer you any questions, I will do so.
and gentlemen, welcome to Manchester. Before we start the first game, just like to make some thank yous. Big shout outs to our strategic partners putting on today's event. To the Manchester Water Polo Club, Manchester Metropolitan University, Manchester City Council, and British LEN. Also a big thank you to our competition sponsors, our ball provider, Cap 7, our other sponsors, Nichols Colton and Rabbit and Ray Dental Care. Without their generous support, these events do not happen. First game is due to start about past, and we'll be back soon for the team presentations. If the teams can clear the pool and get ready for the presentation, please. Clear the pool and get ready for the presentation, please. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can welcome to the poolside your teams. In white caps, we have Ukraine. And following on, in blue caps, we have Israel. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this first game of the LEN European Under-17 Men's Water Polo Tournament. In white caps, we have Ukraine. Number 1, Konstantin Alexia. Number 2, Nesta Babsky. Number 3, Nikita Vaznov. Number 4, Alexander Vanchevniev. Number 5, Vladislav Vaznyazny. Number 6, Denis Kuzakov. Number 7, Ores Zura. Number 8, Yehor Iganto. Number 9, Ihor Keshetny. Number 10, Yaroslav Yukov. Number 11, Ilya Rabalokov. Number 12, Alexander Ostanchenko. Number 13, Yevgen Shin. And the coach is Sergei Kolochikin. And the assistant coach, Yevgen Yumchik. The team from Israel. Number 1, Moshe Shahar. Number 2, Tomar Amran. Number 3, Tomar Z. Number 4, Morgal. Number 5, Ohad Kinan. Number 6, Ofar Peled. Number 7, Umar Shahruda. Number 8, Ezekiel Boy. Number 9, Itai Roth. Number 10, Ite Patito. Number 11, Itamar Kolodny. Number 12, Shaket Sasson. And number 13, Sata Tiro.
And ladies and gentlemen, your referees for this game are Mr. Stefan Sidal from Germany and Mr. Rob Beholek from Slovenia. The LEN delegate for the tournament is Monsieur Denis Jean-Claude.
Players, please shake hands and prepare for the game. As the players prepare for this game, let's not forget we're tracking social media. So if you've got any comments about the game, post them to @IngWaterPolo, or read out the best ones. Let's keep them clean. Today is just the start of 4 days of competition here at the East Manchester Leisure Centre. Later on tonight we have Lithuania versus the GB team. Tomorrow, Romania versus Lithuania before GB take on Israel. Saturday we have a blockbuster day. Israel versus Lithuania, Ukraine versus Romania. Then at lunchtime we have a special England versus Scotland senior men's match. Before the evening session which sees GB take on Ukraine and Israel take on Romania. Finishing off on Sunday, Lithuania versus Ukraine and Romania versus GB. So a massive weekend of action here as the boys try and qualify for the European Championships.
Israel going on into attack. Ukraine playing a very tight press at the moment. And there's the turnover. Ukraine get their first possession of the game. Set it up on counter-attack. Strong pit play there by Ukraine, but the Israeli goalkeeper does well to hold that out. there's the 30-second possession turnover. Ukraine get their second attack of the game. And then we have an exclusion for Israel. Number 9. Ukraine with the first man up of the game. And it's taken in on the right hand side of the post, gets the bounce, but wrong side of the post. Strong play by the pit man there from the Ukraine to draw the penalty from the number 8 from the Israeli team. And this time Ukraine put it slightly to the left of the post.
Well, I think they come to stage
Once again, another turnover, so Ukraine in possession.
One thing that's really noticeable there, Jerome, is the difference in the defences. The Whites' defence is a very hard press. Looks like they're trying to stop the ball moving to the Blues, whereas the Blues is very much more fluid.
Very much so. And I think the Ukrainians have had a bit more possession so far of the game. And getting into their run of play, taking Israel perhaps a little bit more time to get into this game at the moment.
Very much so. Now, as we see the turnover just about halfway, struggling to get right up into field of play to create that space.
The outside shot there from Ivan Knoll. Goalkeeper up to it. And Israel back on the attack.
Craig's just said that he's just tried to get him a link and send it to YouTube and it's not letting him on. Well, I'll put a link that you've tweeted out.
And there's an exclusion.
The Polo YouTube page.
Right, so do it from the page.
From you go onto YouTube and search for England Polo, North Polo England, and it'll come up now.
Exclusion from the number 8 from Ukraine. Israeli coach calling a timeout.
I don't know. If they go YouTube, it will come up. Because if you look, I've got 65 people watching.
And 2 metre call there on the Israeli man up. Let Ukraine go away on the attack, trying to get this counter attack.
Is it the one that transfers on the desk? Is it the URL? It's the URL on the desk. What's the Z?
It should be YouTube.
Yeah.
Once again there, Paul, very strong pit play by the Ukrainians, but the Israelis dropping back onto the pit man there.
Yeah, with the defenders coming back, what the referee is looking for is they're looking for where is the advantage. The defenders were close enough that they're going to steal that ball before anything can happen. The attacker also held on to it for too long. He needs to get his hand off the ball. Without the hand on the ball, he's just not going to get a foul easily.
Once again, a white exclusion for number 11 from Israel, from Ukraine. That's Novolakov. And first blood to Israel. From number 11. Itamar Kolodny.
Quite a long time coming there in this first period, but Israel taking great advantage of that extra man situation, moved the defence out of the way and created that shooting lane right in the bottom corner.
Israel lead 1-0. And once again, they're dropping back onto that pit on their call and making the steal, being able to get the possession.
Yeah, and the centre back's been very smart as well with the way he's playing. He's not giving away that goal, but
That's not so smart.
Not so smart.
Captain of England, captain of GB. You don't put training.
Oh. Saved by the bar, I think they call that.
Yes.
No coach would generally be happy about that one. Getting around the goalkeeper and then putting it onto the crossbar.
Respect fellas. Good defence there by the Ukrainians though. And again, even though they're playing a press defence, when that ball does go in, we saw the crash back there, really taking advantage of stealing the ball.
Certainly warmed up into this game now, and it's becoming a bit more fluent on both ends. Once again, we see that crash back as Paul mentioned there, and the Israelis are able to make the steal and come away with it.
And then again, we see the heavy press from Ukraine, making it very difficult for Israel to move the ball. A good steal there at centre back. But because of the pressure put on the ball at the wing, they were unable to get a good pass in. For a timeout called.
So, 16 seconds in this first quarter to play, and the Ukrainians, what are they going to come out with when it's even Stevens at this point? 6 on 6.
I think what we've seen so far is they set up their arc, and then they're trying to create space on this left-hand side for a second centre forward to roll in onto the back post, to hopefully then take away the drop from Israel. Whether they try something different off the timeout, in the end, that missed penalty earlier on is really cost them.
Absolutely, at the moment, with that 1-0 advantage, they need to try and pull that back, although there's still a long time yet to go in this game.
Remember, from a timeout, with 15 seconds to go, we get a hooter. Then in that 15 seconds, the team is able to go and set up wherever they can. The ball starts again on halfway, 10 seconds to go.
Oh, and I think he was trying to look for some sort of call there from the referee.
I think I'd agree with you there. That was a throw past and fake.
So here we are at the end of the first quarter. Israel are 1 up, and they'll make use of this 2-minute break to get themselves together. Ukrainians, I'm sure, will be talked to by their coach, try and pull themselves back in. It's very difficult when they come off the plane and they come straight into their first games of any tournament to get your heads up and ready to go. But both teams seem to have got into the game now, and I think with the time going on, they're certainly settling into their pattern of play.
And there's two complete different patterns I think we're seeing going. With Ukraine, it is hard, heavy, press. Israel trying to move about in a bit more fluid play, which gives us a good competition, I think.
And I think that's quite traditional for both these countries, really. It's what you see is quite hard, heavy style from the Eastern European countries. And then from Israel particularly, they tend to be much more fluent, perhaps lighter on their feet, so to speak.
Yeah, you've got to play to your strengths. If you have a team that's smaller, that's maybe not quite so physical, you've got to move. And the way the rules are going over the next wee while and over the past year or two, they have encouraged that movement. The referees are instructed more and more to give an exclusion foul for a little pull or a tug. Whereas 4 or 5 years ago, it just wasn't happening. It was just a hold.
And as you said before, Paul, both teams are playing well on that crash drop as well to try and protect the ball going into the pit and making sure that the pit man doesn't really make use of their position or the ball coming in, so they're turning and playing. So that seems to be the pattern that perhaps we'll see through the rest of the tournament, maybe.
Yeah, I can imagine so. Two very good droppers, and let's see how it keeps going.
And here we go into quarter number 2. Israel leading 1-0.
Finally. I haven't got sound, I don't know what the sound like. No, but we've got the picture, that's the main thing.
Israel, like Paul said earlier on, are finding it really difficult to set their play up because the Ukrainians are playing a very strong press. And they're pushing them right out, particularly the ball carrier, as he comes up the pitch. So as you can see, that the Israel team are really only setting up for maybe 5 or 10 seconds when they're actually in attack. Not giving them much time to do anything, really.
One thing with the Ukrainian attack that we've seen is that they're not rushing it. Every attack, they're taking it down towards that 5-6 seconds before they're then trying to make something happen. And it's often on this side of the pool, on the spectator side, that second centre rolling in, that's often the attack that they've gone through early on.
And there you see it again, the second centre, like you say, ball going in. And really, Israel kept in there by the speed of the goalkeeper to be able to nick that ball. The Ukrainian pitman, or the second pit, certainly pulled it away from him, probably a bit too far, really, to keep that in control. Once again, the Ukrainians get the steal. And they drive away on the attack, and as Paul said, they are setting, they're taking their time in setting up, but they're getting up there quickly, so they're getting much more time in possession when they're actually set.
And it is.
The first goal from the Ukraine to even up the scores, Ihor Bezhezny.
And what we saw there though, we've been talking about them taking their time. That was actually off a counter. Ball goes down the right. Most of the players are right-handed, so that ball from right to left is a lot easier to receive. Up nice and high so the defenders can't touch him. And a great shot past the goalie. Good work in defence there by Ukraine. One man pressing the ball and the second man coming away from the point position to try and steal the ball.
The exclusion there for number 6 from Israel.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. He just slammed over the back of the attacker. He didn't really pull him back, but he impeded the swim. And that is the key thing when it comes to an exclusion.
And you can start seeing from this great shot from where we are anyway, the movement by the Ukrainian players allowing a little bit of space there for that final shot coming from the ball position on man up to score to take the Ukrainians in the lead, 2-1. Orest Zura, number 7 from Ukraine, getting the goal there from the left-hand side.
There was a similar sort of tactic that they've been using on their evens plays. They shuffle everything over to that right-hand side before then spinning the ball back to the left, which creates a 2-on-1. The goalkeeper doesn't really have much of a chance, to be honest. Turn attack for Ukraine again. And here we go, a third goal.
With the goal coming from the Ukrainian number 8, Ivakno.
And sometimes you can have all the plays in the world designed. It's just as easy to go 1-0 with a goalkeeper and stick it past him. Great finish. But whatever the Ukrainian coach said at the end of that first quarter has clearly worked. Because they're a lot more active in defence, they're dropping more than they were. normally from the top of position 3, the point player is coming back to help the driving defenders, which is then helping them crash to the point, and then they're getting up the pool quickly.
I'd like to say, Paul, as well, early on they were playing a really heavy press and pressing them out and not allowing Israel to come into kind of like a danger zone, as it were. So Ukraine have been able to utilise that, play the time down on the Israel attack, put them under pressure for the shot, and then go away on the attacks. And at the moment, I think they've scored 3 of them from counter-attacks.
Yeah.
1-2 from counter-attacks, 1 from that.
Yeah, and the man-up was caused by a counter-attack. Turnover in centre field. It's the Ukrainians' responsibility to get the ball back to the position. The team that had possession of the ball is under no obligation to get it back.
And it goes back behind the line of where the foul was as well. So there we see the ball going back to the goalkeeper and he brings it into play once more. So Israel changing their defence a little bit, going to a 2-3 drop, and that allowing the Ukrainians really a shot from the top. Ilya Novalikov scoring, just walking in there and taking that shot, a strong shot, taking the scoreline now to 4 goals to Ukraine, 1 to Israel.
As a coach, you're going to be disappointed. You cannot let a player walk 2 or 3 yards forward, shaking it. Your goalie is, he's going to struggle to get that ball. You need to put pressure on the ball. There needs to be blocks. There just wasn't enough hands up in his way there.
Ukrainians really maintaining their high line press, making it very difficult for the Israelis to get up into position and take that shot or find that shot, really.
Yeah, that was about their first shot in this period, Jerome. And it came off a foul. Remember, if a foul is outside 5 metres, as long as it's an instantaneous shot, the player can shoot it. But he wasn't in a very good body position. It was a difficult one for him to take. But then instantly, Ukraine was straight on the counter. As soon as they saw him picking up the shoot, they were away.
So the Israelis there are playing a slightly different defence now, where they're dropping off one of the top 5 players, and from there they were dropping off the 3 player, the point, the top of the arc, in order to try and cover that ball to the pick. And then there was some counter-attack sort of movement, drives coming in, and the Ukrainians are certainly keeping the tempo up, and I'm not sure, I think, are the Israelis going to struggle with that tempo?
I think they're already starting to. Taken out by Ukraine. I think they're already starting to slow down. If you saw the way and the pace they started in the first period, that they then, it has dropped.
The Ukrainian coach immediately on possession there, calling that timeout to regroup his players. He's obviously not happy with just a 4-0 turnover in this period. He's looking for, in every period you're probably going to get around about 8 attacks. If you can get 8 goals out of those 8 attacks, you're doing pretty well.
Also, I think the rules lend itself to the coach sometimes taking a time out to refresh the players, give them an opportunity to make a couple of slight tactical changes. 1 time out per period per team. So you've got plenty of opportunity as a coach to talk to your players. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
And here we go again with Ukraine in possession going into attack. Nice tactical play there. Obviously from the timeout, the Ukrainian coach has called to play second hit straight away. And that's given space for possession to throw down and play down to one of those two pit men. And he's been able to deliver it to the number 9, who was on the right-hand post there, who just gave himself enough to be able to turn and put the ball pretty much central of the goal there.
Yeah, pretty much. And for what we saw again, we talked previously about the patience that they're showing. The first play was obviously rolling on this side, wanting to set the second centre. Israel defended that pretty well. It wasn't on. So then they actually drove from right to left, created the space for the actual centre forward. So much time. 6 above the goalie.
And the score now is 5 goals to Ukraine, 1 goal to Israel. And a steal for the Ukraine. But the Israeli number 4 works well, Morgal, to get that ball back. And Israel go back on attack, and they have the luxury of a 30-second possession. What a shot from the outside there from Tomer Amram. First Israeli goal of the quarter, taking the score to 5 goals Ukraine, 2 goals to Israel.
And sometimes the most dangerous plays happen off broken play. Ukraine thought they stole it, all the players charged up the pool, Israel won it back. So it was a bit more broken, a bit more time without that heavy press with 2 players dropping. Take your opportunities, as I said.
It's not the first time that we've seen Israel shoot from the outside tonight, but it's certainly the first one where they've really got a bit of accuracy and drive on that ball.
But a lot of that comes down to time. They had the time in that option, whereas previously the Ukrainians have been all over them like a rash and not let them.
The drop ball on the right wing there didn't allow for that ball really to come into the guy who hadn't made the drive down to that right-hand post. So it was a little bit late really in coming, whether or not that ball should have gone in. With 1 minute to go, the Israeli coach, having got possession, calls their timeout.
Israel now with the opportunity, 6 on 6. 1 minute to go in the second period, just before half time. Let's see what the coach has drawn up for them. Again, Ukraine goes straight into that heavy press. Israel try and move the play, but they need to move the ball.
And they've set a second pit as well, so they've driven across and then from the right to the left. And they've set the second pit, but really nothing coming of it.
And personal opinion is I think that ball could have gone in there. He walked it in. He's got a man, second centre with a man on his back. There's a prime opportunity to win a man up.
Sensibly, probably Ukraine holding on to the possession there. Looking, they've still got a good bit of time here to use their possession. Paul, what was that?
That was a shot under pressure. And there we go, half time in the first game of today. A big strong quarter there for Ukraine, taking that quarter by 5 goals to 1. We now have a 5-minute half-time period. So whilst we've got the 5-minute half time, let's have a wee look at Twitter. Already some of the good luck messages for the GB team who play later on today coming through. Lewis Daly, best of luck to the under-17 water polo team today in their opener against Lithuania tonight. Hashtag smash it. Also good luck from Queen Elizabeth School. Tom Cousins as well on Twitter. Best of luck message also from Tom Bentkowski. Best of luck to GB and the under-17 qualifiers starting tonight.
Yesterday was a year, Ollie. This is a fire attack.
Fans of British Water Polo, let's not forget, coming up in just a few weeks' time, we have the finals of the British Water Polo Championships. Top men's and ladies teams in the country go head to head in Cheltenham at the Lido, so we're hoping for some nice weather. Those dates for the British Water Polo Championship, 27th, 28th of May. Keep track of the British Water Polo Championships Facebook page for more details. Semi-finals on the Saturday in the ladies competition, Otter versus Liverpool, Coventry versus Manchester. And in the men's competition, Lancaster versus Manchester, and Cheltenham versus Invicta. 4 heavyweight games there in British Water Polo domestic competitions. Many of those players, especially well, for the men's team anyway, will be competing tomorrow as the England men take on the Scotland men. An exhibition game, of course. It'd be great to see as many people here supporting for that game. Looks like over half time, Jerome. Looks like Ukraine are going to be having a goalkeeper change. Norman, what do you think of that? Changing the goalkeeper at half time?
Yes, it gives them opportunity to build both goalkeepers and settle them both down for the rest of the tournament. So I think the Ukraine is got it right there.
Thanks for that, Norm. Norm is part of the coaching team for the GB team later on.
I think he's wrong though, because I don't think they are actually swapping the goalkeepers. I think they're just warming them up.
You're right.
Did you open one of these fruits?
Maybe. I think
It's mine. When you opened it.
no, I didn't open it. The lid came off.
Good job of saying, don't they looking like they're swapping?
Just got to keep your eyes on the game.
No comment.
And Mr. Verhoek gets the game underway for this third period. Ukraine going into it, 5 goals to Israel's 2.
And remember, water polo at half time, teams swap in. It's only at half time that they swap. After 92 in Barcelona. Good attacking play play there by Ukraine, creating the space for the centre forward. He moved all the defenders out of the way. Just couldn't take his opportunity though.
And the Ukrainians really playing that high line press, and the Israeli team are really struggling with it, really, Paul, aren't they?
Very much so. I guess it's a simple point. The higher up the field you take the ball, the less you've got to go to get into attack.
Good block. Nice block there by the Israel defender, Tom Ironman. Ukrainian number 5 being excluded. So Israel going ahead and going up and setting their man up.
Got to take one of these opportunities though. They've had several extra men, haven't really taken the chance.
And you saw their movement there. They pulled it across. They came out on that left-hand 4 metre mark to make space really for the 2 metre left-hand guy or the wing guy to fill the space. 2 metre left-hand guy popped out, got pressed, ball went over, and number 7 from Israel, Omar Shahuda, scores the goal.
And it was all about creating that space. If they didn't move the ball to the right first, there's no space for that shot to come in. It's good defence by the Israelis. They forced that outside shot from a long way out.
Yeah, nice defence, especially as Ukraine have gone into this quarter, setting straight away 2-pit, and then maybe pulling away from 2-pit, rather than rolling in and having a second pit. They're starting with 2 and pulling it out to try and perhaps create a bit more space.
Yeah, they're just taking their time. They've got an opportunity. They're 2 goals up. They're probably controlling this game. That they can try a couple of different things. Sometimes it don't work so well.
So I went on it.
We've seen that a couple of times in the game, haven't we, from the Ukrainian players when they're looking to the referee for a decision. And the referees just aren't going to give those sorts of things, are they, Paul? I mean, you ref on the side, you know what it's like.
Yeah. If a player is looking for a foul, they're less likely to get it because if they're looking for
The Israelis feel the pressure of the time, the clock running down, so what's happening is they're forcing the ball, they're making a long pass, and the Ukrainians are in a position where they can make the steal, they're going to sneaky steal work. Really, really nice there, being alert by the number 9 from the Ukraine team, Ihor Kashedny. Taking the score to Ukraine 7, Israel 3.
We'll move it along so we're not obscuring view, eh?
Mic's on, by the way.
And it was unlucky there from the goalkeeper, who actually made a really good save. Unfortunately, it's part of the defence.
All right there.
Mic's on.
Sleeping.
Sorry?
But that's fine there, but the mic's on, by the way.
Right. The mic's on.
More flags the better, I think.
There's an exclusion for the Ukrainian number 7, and the Israeli coach has taken the opportunity to call a timeout. It's quite an important position in the game now. I mean, with 4 goals in it, and you've got, you know, a quarter and 3 minutes to play, or 2:44 to play. You know, it's a decisive moment really, and to try and get Israel back into the game.
Yeah, you've got to say, they've got to start taking their opportunities. They've had 4 extra men opportunities and haven't scored 1 yet. Pressure's on. What we see is the Ukrainians pressing quite high on the top until the ball goes to the wings. Putting that pressure on that pass, forcing the mistake.
Great shot there by Itamar Kolodny to score for Israel, bringing the score up to 4 goals, 7 Ukraine. That sends their man-up percentage to 40% from the 25% that you were beforehand.
Well, we've got a positive spin for everything, you know.
Credit to the Israelis, they are really trying to push for this tail end of the third quarter, really, and they've done a good job of stifling the attack from the Ukraine. The Ukraine have got a little bit flat at the tail end of this third quarter, Paul. What do you think?
Yes. Exclusion. I think that exclusion was a sign of it. It was a bit of a, well, it looked a bit lazy defending. Pulled back on the attacker. It was an easy major, really, for the referee to give. And it creates an opportunity for Israel. They scored the last one, and they're going to improve their percentage more.
I think on the last 2 man-ups that we've seen, I mean, they set up pretty much the same in the sense that they just dropped back from that left-hand post on 2 metres and also the 4-metre man to almost create a little bit of 2 diagonals going on rather than just a simple 4-2.
But the difference between the previous... I'll stop there.
Great shot there from the outside from the Ukraine. Number 2, Nestor Lasky.
An example, if you are getting tired, take it up to 5 metres, just outside the left-hand post as a right-hander, stick it in the net, get a rest. So now we put my hand up to come out.
I've never seen that of you, Paul.
We're back to the heavy press defence. Apart from now, they're looking to drop off the point. Overzealous defending there.
And the Ukrainians are finding it tough to work against the Israeli pitman, Itai Platito. And he's pulling a fair number of majors, and as you can see as well on the man-ups, he's quite a key player for them because he's definitely looking for that opportunity of that pass and the Ukrainian coming back in to make it 6 on 6, but Platito not able to make use of that shot really. Sorry, Itai Roth that is. That looked a little bit more like a fish hook than
I think it's fair to say it was a very tired tackle. Good job, there was only 6 seconds left in the period.
Why would you shoot with at the end of the quarter when you're going into the next quarter? You know that you're going to get possession if you get that ball back.
Tiredness, panic, habit,
4 goals up, maybe.
white line syndrome.
Anyway, as we finish that third quarter, the scores lie at 8 goals to the Ukraine, 4 goals for Israel. They'll get their breath back, well deserved after the 3 quarters that they've been playing. And Ukrainians certainly trying to maintain their strength and their strength of press. But it's caught them out a couple of times on that last quarter where the Israelis have been able to form a major, draw the major. And the Israelis, but they still don't seem to be able to make use of all the attacking situations that they've got themselves into.
No, I think that's fair. I think they're having to work still so hard to get the ball off the pool that when they actually do get the ball off the pool, they're tired. They've worked so hard to get it there that when they're there, they're struggling to do anything with it. What you were saying about the number 9 is he started off defending a bit. In the first couple of game periods, he's on 2 majors. So he gets his 3rd major. Remember, more Polo 3 majors, you're out for the game. They've obviously seen him as a key player coming towards the tail end of the game. If he can do a job, he's doing well holding his position, but he hasn't got that many goals. When he has got the opportunity, he's picked away to look for an outside shot. But I think what we also saw in terms of Ukrainian attack is whilst they're starting to look tired, I think it's fair. We're 3 periods in, but they're starting to take their opportunities better.
So there's going to be a little bit of a delay to the start of this next quarter as the lane rope looks as if it might have disconnected. The Ukrainian player using his mic to try and reconnect it up.
Unfortunately, it looks like he's just come unhooked rather than snapped. That would cause us more problems, I think. Let's not forget, after this game, we see the debut for this team of GB against Lithuania, and it's nice to see the stand starting to fill up. Plenty of Union Jacks sticking around. Anybody here to see GB? No? Yeah? Just 2.
You did
Oh,
say
John Luke's here as well.
you were asking the question. Anyone here to see GB? Okay, I thought that's what you said.
Must be my accent. I'll translate next time.
No, I could do that for you.
I'll put one on the other side.
Can you move that one back? Just within
Yeah.
the corner. It's fine there.
So the Israelis going for the tactic of the end zone there, so dropping off the point man on the top and trying to force the shot from the top. But the Ukraine's wise to it and trying to get the drives through to break down that end zone to try and get the ball in behind or give more space to the guy from the top to be able to make the shot. Strong shot from the outside there, just on that left-hand wing. It hits the corner of that, and then again, a nice strong shot, but about going up on the crossbar. That is no goal.
And if I'm not mistaken, we have seen a goalkeeper change this period. Now number 1 in goals for Ukraine. Remember, all teams have 2 goalkeepers. Ukrainian coach obviously taking the opportunity to see what his sub-goalkeeper can do.
And they haven't shifted really, have they, from their defensive plan of staying high and tight and strong really on their players, with the good defender having to jump around and make the steals. Ukraine.
I think the only difference we've seen is they're still pressing the 2 drive positions, the 2 wing positions, but the man that's defending on the point has been allowed to almost chase the ball. It's a thankless task, chasing the ball, but he's doing it well.
That used to be my job here.
It was never mine.
Didn't quite get his hand behind that ball to be able to give it the drive that he wanted, I don't think. He got his hand slipped underneath it, so it kind of skimmed off. Once again, the Ukrainians forcing the Israelis to make these errors of passing, of long passing, and being able to make the steal and get possession. And with 5 minutes 30 to play and 4 goals in it, the Israelis could still come back into this game.
Game's not over, definitely. Especially the shots that Australian goalkeeper. If Israel can take the opportunity when they do get it, 6 minutes, 5 minutes to go, there's 10 attacks. However, they're starting to tire, I think.
Yeah, I mean, when it takes you 20 seconds to get up and try and set up, and you haven't really set up, then there are some tired arms coming in there.
But that's also up to the coach to manage that.
Yeah, the Ukrainian number 10 there just trying to block off the Israeli player chasing back. So, quite rightly, the referee's taking a turnover, Israel ball.
I don't think he was subtlety under one of his special skills there. Again, what we were seeing, especially in the first period, was Israel were moving. Now it's all stopped, and they don't have the physical size to really challenge the Ukrainians. They're relying on getting the ball close to 5 metres and getting an outside shot.
And the Israeli number 12 there getting involved really on the counter-attack by the Ukrainians. Shakib Sasson and the Ukrainian the Ukrainian coach there calling timeout.
Not sure I would have called timeout there. The team were on the attack. Most of the players were on the pool. They must be just taking the opportunity to freshen up. We've not seen any goals yet this period, so chance to make some subs.
Yeah, it's been a bit like a 1500, hasn't it?
Pardon?
It's been a little bit like watching a 1500.
Oh, yes. But not quite as boring as a Sonic Gala.
So the Ukrainians setting up 4-2. What are they going to put out after their timeout? They've obviously talked about it. They've worked it well. They looked as if they wanted to use the left post, but actually the sights were on the right post there for the back flip.
I think what they've done is they've taken what they've done every other man up, where they've gone to that left-hand post and changed it. Gone to the right, caused a bit of mismatch, shall we say? An easy tap in.
And the score's now 9 goals to Ukraine, 4 to Israel. Again, forced error, ball going in over the top, but it's not precise enough. And probably the angle's not right. The player going into the attack needs to almost turn 180 degrees in order to try and collect it. It's not an impossible task when you're going in at that speed.
I think it's hardness though. I struggle to pick up. Especially with Ukraine taking a whole 30 seconds in attack. As we all know, it's harder to defend than it is to attack. You have to work a lot harder in defence.
And the left-hander for Ukraine, they're really not making use of that. Didn't go in with it, he had space. So again, I think that points to what you just said there, Paul, which is, you know, both teams now starting to get tired.
A perfect example there, rolling in that second centre. For any kids that are in the crowd, that is how you do it. You clear completely. Cheeky.
Cheeky backhand. Makes Ukraine to 10 goals to Israel's 4. Bakshenyev with the backhand goal from the 5-metre foul.
That's one of those shots, and if that comes off, everybody loves you. But I can just imagine, had he put that into the stand with one goal in it, well, Jerome, he would lose even more here.
I keep it in the box at home.
Does it have a name? Another wasted man out there from Israel. They've had enough opportunities in this game, as we can see from the man up board on the other side. 7 man up.
Number 10 from Israel there, being excluded, Itai Batito. So gives Ukraine again the opportunity of going man up. Will they move the same way? Will they be looking for that left-hand post?
Penalty.
So I think that was for lifting the rope as he got out rather than actually moving underneath it. Or perhaps it was, he didn't get to where he was meant to get out. Strong shot there from Nestor Batsky. Well, to take the score to 11 goals Ukraine, 4 goals to Israel. That would be a tough call coming back into this game now, wouldn't it, Paul?
Yeah, I think so, especially with the way they look like they're tiring. They've ran their starters for a lot of this game. It's now starting to look tired. Yeah, I think we can probably start looking forward to the next game. Apparently the home team are playing.
The game's not over yet though, as Ukraine go in on attack, he tries to tip and push, but the goalie keepers up with it. A bit of a scramble there.
Good save by the goalkeeper in the end, using any part of his body he can. Now can Israel take advantage? Let's get a goal back. That's another good thing.
Yeah, and I think he had it in mind that he was going to shoot even before he got the ball to hand, really. So no matter what was coming, he was going to put that shot in. Ukraine still working their defence pretty well, you know, coming back, closing out the Israelis as they're trying to go forward and just stifling their attack, not allowing them to play.
Last minute of the game.
Great save there by the Israeli keeper.
I think despite the result, he's kept his team in it for a large part of this game. He's made some really good saves. Both goalkeepers, in fact, all four goalkeepers that have played in this game have actually done really well. They've been left exposed quite a lot of times.
Strong play there in order to take their team up to the 5-goal mark. Israel now on 5, Ukraine on 11, 21 seconds to play.
Trying to copy what his teammate did on the other side there. 3 seconds to go. I guess if you're going to do it, that's when you can do it.